Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel Become a Master of CAD Design. In previous video we designed a ejector plate basic design. Now we are going to design a ejector back plate and complete our ejector and ejector back plate. So let's start this video. First we are going to hide all component of mold base and show our ejector plate and moving housing. Activate our ejector back plate. We are going to link some sketch inside our ejector back plate. So go to part navigator, assembly and web geometry linker. Select this sketch which is used for our ejector plates. Okay, now hide this sketch part. Go to extrude. Select this sketch. This time going to use 35 mm plate thickness in this direction. Ejector plate thickness is 30 mm and ejector back plate thickness is more than ejector plate. It is 35 mm. Press it okay. Hide this moving housing for a time. Add a chamfer. To chamfer, select this edges 20. Press it okay. Now we are going to link sketch for our ejector bush. So for this we are going to link some sketch from the sketch part. Go to assembly, web geometry linker, sketch and select this sketch and press it okay. We are going to hide this sketch for our ejector guide pillar and bush. Hide this ejector plate link sketch. Now we check the diameter of this is 30. The diameter of bush in our ejector place is 30. So we need to update our ejector plate. Need to add a offset because this diameter is used for our guide pillar. So we need to offset this. Single side 5 mm is okay. Now our ejector plate is okay. After this hole it is automatically changed. Now go to ejector back plate and same we are going to use here. Go to extrude, select this sketch, reverse the direction. We can use through or we are going to use the offset single side 5 mm. Okay, now our guide bush hole is defined in our ejector back plate. Activate our mold base assembly. So our moving housing. Find this ejector back plate. So move this. Ejector back plate is place backside of ejector plate. We are going to define this plate according to our moving housing. The constant is simple. There is less chance to failure in future. So this we define from here, from this to this distance we use 0. Okay, define a distance from here to this ejector plate and this is ejector back plate. This okay. Now check the degree of freedom of ejector back plate. So degree of freedom, so there is no degree of freedom. We are going to change the color of ejector back plate so you can see the difference. This is our ejector back plate. Okay, this is our ejector plate. Activate our mold base assembly. So our bottom plate and height pad. So our ejector guide pillar. Hide our bottom plate. Now we are going to define some bolting hole. Our ejector plate is bolt with our ejector back plate. Activate our ejector back plate. Hide all other part. So our ejector back plate only and ejector plate. Okay. And now hide this sketch. So a moving housing for a reference. In this direction we are going to create a sketch. Okay. Go to part navigator. So go to hole. Select this top face. Go to sketch and select this place. Define a horizontal reference. Press it okay. Now we are going to define a point. Create a point here. Okay. Change this to inferred point. Click here. We are going to take a reference by using include. You can also use the within work part only. It will automatically create a include for us. Now we are going to use the dimension to define each point. Yes, we are going to use 25. Now we can increase this text height so you can see it easily. we need to relax our dimension. When we relax our dimension, then we can apply this horizontal constant. Set. Okay, you can see this is going to be relaxed. Now we are going to define each point. Okay, now our sketch is fully defined. Finish this sketch. We are going to use M10 and custom size the whole diameter. We are going to use 11 and the contour bore size we are going to use 18 and the depth we are going to use 15 is okay. Okay, these are through all body and press it okay. This is a bolting inside our ejector backplate. This is a screw clearance hole, so we need to create a thread inside our ejector plate at a same position. So activate our ejector plate, create a link curve inside our ejector plate. This we are going to hide this body link sketch. So go to assembly, web geometry linker, composite curve, select a top circle after chamfer. Okay, now the link sketch is created inside our ejector plate. So the body of ejector plate and hide this ejector back plate. So you can see this sketch. Okay, I am going to change this color of sketch and increase the thickness. This is our sketch. When you create this type of link sketch, there is one important thing I want to tell you. Never link any link curve or link sketch cross to each other. For example, I created this link with our ejector backplate. Okay, now when we create another link in ejector backplate through ejector plate, it will create an error. So do not use that link one-sided. When you use this we created from our ejector backplate to ejector plate. So always link anything from ejector backplate to ejector plate. Don't cross link. One link from ejector backplate to ejector plate and another feature is link from ejector plate to ejector backplate. That may create a very big problem in NX. Okay, now we are going to create a threaded hole. For this, go to home, hole, threaded hole, M10, select the center. If you think we can add more bolting hole to bolt ejector plate and ejector back plate together strongly, you can add if you have a place. In ejector plate we need to add so much thing, ejector pins, return pins. So I will explain how much things we need to add in our ejector plates and ejector back plates. Now M10 we are going to use pull through all body. Press it out. Now our threaded hole is created. You can hide this curve and you can also apply a color for a specific for hole, a bolting hole. By using this type of picture color you can easily differentiate the hole. For example, we are going to add some threaded hole here. For another picture we can change the color, so we can easily define this is for bolting to our ejector back plate and this is for another object. I always use this type of color for different feature. Okay, now go back to mold base assembly and activate our ejector backplate. So you can see here, this is our ejector guide bush hole, which we design in our next video. If you learn something from this video, watch this type of video, press the like button. If you are new in our channel, you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.